Listen up. I was never saying that if you buy a house as an investment property that is a bad idea. I'm saying if you buy a house to live in and you keep all that money tied up in that house, you are not going to get wealthy. Yes, if you buy a house and your sole intention is to rent it out, yep, you can find a good tenant who will pay that mortgage for you every month, and it may actually end up being fruitful. But as far as all the expenses that you're still responsible for, you'll still be responsible for anything that goes wrong with that house. All right? And if you never own a home, you never truly own a house. I don't care if it's paid off. What do you think is going to happen if you don't pay your property taxes? You thought you owned that house, they take that house from you. And God forbid you're 10 to 15 years into a mortgage and you lose your income. Let's say you lose a job and now you can no longer pay that mortgage. Guess what happens to your couple $100,000 in equity in the house that you thought was yours? Now it's not. It's the bank's. And you lost every fucking thing. So if you want to buy a house as a rental property, it can possibly be very fruitful. But most people buy too much house to live in, and understand that what a house that you live in, that is only just shelter for you. So you are probably better off renting, having a roommate or whatever, just in case your tenant stops paying the rent on it. And you got to dig into your own pocket to keep things afloat. You want to make sure that your expenses are low in other areas. That's all I'm saying. For all the real estate gurus to come in, I've got all this money. I buy a house and then I refinance it and I buy another one. And whatever happened to all them Airbnb people that were doing all that? They took on all these fucking houses thinking that people are going to constantly rent them and they'd be able to pay the rent on them if they were subleasing, or the mortgage on them if they were owning them. What happened to all these people? You don't even fucking know. They all went broke. Because times got hard, the economy got hard, people stopped using Airbnb because they cut back on their travel and shit like that. And then you're left stuck holding the bag. All I'm trying to do is prevent you from holding the bag. You don't want to get stuck with it.